So raise your hand if you believe 1210 million people in this world can never learn to drive. Okay. Raise your hand if you believe that 1210 million people in this country can never be good enough in technology. Okay. Now raise your hand and please be honest on this one. If you have ever heard or said at least once, all women are dumb in technology, or all women are bad drivers, or any such generic statement about all women. Okay, thank you for being honest. I started typing at the age of 3 before I even learned to write the alphabet on a paper. That's what my parents told me, not that I have a very good memory. But I do remember being interested in solving maths problems and how passionate I was for computer programming. I was one of the toppers of maths and computer science throughout my school life. Now, these are the qualities one should be proud of and happy about, right? But as I left high school, I hated myself for exactly these qualities. I was a teenager, abandoned by my school friends, and those rejections hit my self-worth hard. I started looking for everything that was wrong with me. And not only that, I was filled with disgust for each quality that I had, which was not girly enough, including my passion for coding. So, when I started college, although I was pursuing bachelor's in computer science itself, I spent most of the time in college trying to change myself, to groom myself. I literally took classes, and believe me, there are such courses, to learn how to put makeup, how to set different hairstyles, how to sit like a lady, walk like a lady, talk like a lady, eat like a lady. And my YouTube account recommended me videos like top 10 hairstyles for women. Looking back, I don't really blame myself for the decisions I took. But I do blame the patriarchal world for it. Patriarchy is a bug in our society. Just like we have bugs in our computer programs, patriarchy is that bug we have in our minds. And this is the bug we have been trying to fix since generations, and we haven't been able to. It is a bug that enters our minds at a very young age and start affecting our lives later, at later stages of life. So basically, when you tell a little girl, stop being bossy, be nice like a girl, or when a boy gets messages like, stop crying, crying is for weak and boys don't cry, a small bug enters their mind. Can you see the bug in the mind? This bug grows stronger on messages that the world gives them about gender roles. The patriarchal bug was the reason that I almost left computer science. When I entered college, as I said, I also met other young women who had some other stereotypes of being a woman. So those stereotypes were something like women have to drop out of workforce eventually after getting married or after having kids. It was difficult for me to not get influenced by them. And I had almost dropped out of workplace before even joining one. Until one day, my dad gifted me a book written by Sheryl Sandberg, Facebook COO, Lean In, Women, Work, and the Will to Lead. This book, it took me 6 months to complete this book. And the ideas written in this book were promoted by a non-profit Lean In Foundation. This non-profit organization aims to empower women towards their ambitions through Lean In circles, which are small groups of people who meet regularly to learn and grow together. Honestly, the book did make me aware, but the real change happened when I started a Lean In circle with 12 friends on campus. It was as soon as I started post-graduation. I observed similar patterns of low self-confidence and the same stereotypes in my circle members. And so I made it my goal to work around them. It became my responsibility to set an example for my circle members to seize opportunities that they thought were not meant for them. And so I applied for all on-campus and off-campus internships and scholarships, because of which I did not get all of them, of course, and I could grab only a handful, which were internships in IBM and Adobe, and scholarships from Facebook and Google. But most importantly, Lean In circles brought back computer science in my life with pride. Fixing this patriarchal bug is not the responsibility of some people. It is the responsibility of all of us. And we can do it by fixing the patriarchal bug in our minds. It is in all of you. And I know it's rude to point fingers, but I'm not sorry for it, because it is literally in all of you. It is in me as well, of course, so it is in all of us. And we need to take action to fix this in our minds. So, I want to share with you 3 B's that I use to fix patriarchal bug in my mind, that I actually learned from my Lean In community. So the first one is, okay, there's a bug in this system as well. Yeah. Be yourself. I know it's a very abstract term, be yourself. So let me introduce you to one of the side effects of patriarchal bug. It's called log kya kahenge syndrome, or what will other people say or think. This syndrome literally drives how we behave and what decisions we take. And this syndrome is also the reason that we don't even know who we are or what we want from life. Men try to show themselves as emotionally, physically, and mentally strong because that's what the society expects from them. Women try to be effortlessly perfect because that is what is expected from us. So be yourself, not what others expect you to be. The second one is be powerful and believe in that power. Yes. So I am often questioned by older men and women that you are not Sheryl Sandberg or Priyanka Chopra. Who are you to talk about gender equality at the age of 24 when you've just started your career? Maybe they are right in some ways, but it's 2018. I cannot wait till I become Sheryl Sandberg or Priyanka Chopra to start talking about gender equality. It will be too late till then. It's already too late. We all need to work on this together. We cannot wait to become influential leaders to start talking about gender equality and making a change. We need to first start making a change and then talking about gender equality. And you all have the power to live your own life. Your relatives, your parents, your friends, your peers, no one has that power on you. You have the power to lead your own life on your own terms. You have to just believe in that power. And the most important one, be bold. So Lean In Circle meetings usually end with an activity called One Action. One Action is where every circle member has to promise to do something, to take an action until the next circle meeting. That one action is something that the members are either afraid of doing or don't expect themselves to complete, or others don't expect them to complete. Those one actions change the way you think about yourself. Those one actions change what others think about you, and those one actions change mindset about gender roles in our society. So those one actions are very important, and believing in yourself, believing in the power that you have, being yourself, and then taking that one action for your life can actually change the patriarchal world that we live in. For me, 3.5 years ago, I gathered the courage to write an email to Lean In Foundation asking for help. That was my one action, and that was followed by other one actions that I took eventually in the next 3.5 years. It is because of those actions that today I can call myself a software developer and a chapter leader. It's not that today I'm a completely unbiased person without the patriarchal bug in my mind and I have no fears and self-doubts about myself. In fact, every day I make a choice between doing things that make me more likable and doing things that I really want to do. And sometimes I do choose the former one. I'm not too harsh on myself. But every day I wake up and I ask myself this question, and I quote, what would you do if you weren't afraid? And I do it, literally. So be the change to bring the change. Thank you.